Okay, so for our warm up now, we're going to start with some rebound jumps. Our arms are going up by our ears, pushing through our tiptoes, ready for our back handsprings, so when we're flicking off the floor. Keeping our arms nice and straight because they need to be nice and straight for our back handspring. You see how Carly's pushing right through her tiptoes, she's putting them all the way down to the floor after each rebound jump to get as much power and height as possible. Okay, we're now doing some bunny hops. So this is working on taking weight on our hands for our back handsprings. So our hands are going down flat on the floor and we're kicking our feet up towards our bottom, tucking our knees into our chest. Really keeping our elbows nice and straight after each one. And trying to get our hips right above our head, guys, okay? So now we're doing some jumps. We're bending our knees, arms going behind us. And we're swinging all the way up and jumping as high as we can. So for this, this is working our arm set for our back handspring. Making sure that our arms go right above our ears. In a back handspring, we need to go nice and long, but this is just to warm up, so we're jumping up as high as we can to activate all of our leg muscles. We're pushing through our tiptoes to get as high as we can, swinging them arms right up to your ears, keeping them nice and straight. Okay, so for our first drill for our back handsprings, we're laying flat on the floor. Our hands are going on our thighs. Our head is in a neutral position, laying back. Our shoulders are on the floor. Our toes are pointed, legs nice and straight. We're going to swing our arms right up by our ears, and as we do that and they hit the floor, we're lifting our hips right up to the ceiling. So making a really big arch in your back. See how fast it is? When Carly's arms are going up, she's pushing her hips up at the same time. For our back handspring, we need to be in a nice arch shape, which is where we get that hip thrust. So a drill for the takeoff of our back handspring. We're going to be standing just a little bit away from the wall, like this. We're going to bend our knees and lean back into the wall with a nice straight back. And then once we've hit the wall, we're going to slam our arms up by our ears. And then once we've done that, we're going to push our hips out, like that. So this is for the takeoff, as Carly is going to demonstrate a little bit faster this time. Sit back, lean, then arms, then hips. So really getting that arch shape in your back that we need for our back handspring. You can do these slower just to get used to it, used to the movement, or then you can speed it up and get a little bit faster and connect each move as you do it. Okay, for this drill, we're going to be doing the same thing we did when we were up against the wall and leaning against it. That's going to be the start of our exercise for this. And then once we can feel ourselves falling backwards, we're going to push through our tiptoes and jump back as far as we can. We're doing this onto mats. You can do this onto a bed or another soft surface, but please be careful when you do it.
If your parents say yes.
Yeah, make sure you ask your parents first. So we sit down, lean back. Good job. And then we're making sure we're in that arch position as we jump back. Okay, guys? If I go side on, you'll be able to see that Carly, once she's leaning backwards, that's when she pushes back as far as she can. Push. Good job. Making sure we hold a nice, strong arch shape. Make sure our arms are up right by our ears and our legs are straight and pointed. Sit, lean, push. Good job. Okay, for this next drill, we're doing scapular push ups. So going into our front support shape, making sure we're in a nice straight hollow position, and we're dropping our chest and our neck all the way down, pushing through our shoulders, as you can see here demonstrated by Carly. You see that her shoulders aren't dropping, it's all her elbows bending. If you want to do it on your hands and knees, make sure you're in a nice straight body position and you're dropping down like that, so your whole body is going down at the same time. For this next drill, you'll need to be up against the wall. Your hands are above your head, next to your ears. You're pushing away from the wall, keeping your shoulders nice and locked out, your elbows locked out, and using your shoulders to pull your body backwards and then lowering yourself back down. Your hands aren't coming off the wall for this one. It's working on that block through your shoulders. Okay, our next drill, we're going to be jumping when we're in front support. So we go out into our front support shape like this, making sure we're in a nice straight shape. Then we really push for our shoulders like we're doing in scapular push-ups, but this time our hands are coming off the floor. They don't have to come far off the floor, but we're working on blocking through our shoulders so that when we're doing our back handspring, we can really take the weight of our body and push ourselves off of the floor. This is a variation of doing it on your knees if you can't hold the front support shape. When we're in this position, we still need to make sure our body is nice and straight, even though our knees are on the floor. Okay, this next drill, we're doing some handstand hots. So this is working on blocking through our shoulders when we're upside down in our back handspring. So we're starting with our arms up by our ears. We're going to do a nice big lunge into our handstand. As soon as our hands touch the floor, we really push through our shoulders and they come off the floor a tiny bit, making sure we hit a nice straight shape. And then back up. Make sure you keep your hands by your ears the whole time, because that's what you need to do when you're in your back handspring. Don't ever move your hands away from your ears when you're doing a back handspring. Keep your elbows nice and straight. On this final one, we're going to try and push as hard as we can. And good job. Okay, the next drill we're doing are handstand snap downs. Carly's going to be doing this using the block, but you don't have to have a block to do this. You can do this on the floor. When you do this, you're doing your big lunge into your handstand again, arms up by your ears, and then you snap your feet down as close to the block as possible. So this is working on that exit of your back handspring when your feet are coming down after you've pushed through your shoulders. As you're trying to snap your feet in as close to your hands as possible so you get backwards momentum. Making sure you push through your shoulders as you land, just like you do with a rebound jump.